two diagrams below show a circle of radius 1 inch with shaded sectors of an angle x for two different values of x. One of the following is a graph in the standard xy coordinate plane of the area y of the shaded sector with an angle x. So here we have a shaded sector that has some area filled into it, and that's what the y-axis is going to be when the x-axis is equal to whatever angle that we're looking at. So as we increase the angles between 0 and 360, which graph represents the change in area? So if you understand that setup, this is actually a pretty simple problem. And let me illustrate by trying to draw this graph. So let's start with the case that x is equal to 0. So in this first example, we'll say x is equal to 0, no degrees. Well, in the case that we have no degrees, we just have a line and then a line right on top of it. And the area in between is going to be nothing. There's nothing filling up that space. So when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 as well, and we have that point. So all of these should start at the origin, which they do. Now let's move on to another point. Let's go ahead and set x equal to, it doesn't really matter what we do, but we'll set x equal to 90 degrees. So we have 90 degrees here is the value of x, and then the value of y, we could go ahead and calculate it exactly, but it turns out that we don't need to calculate it exactly. We'll just call it a quarter of a circle, whatever that is. We don't need to know exactly what it is. We'll just say y went up by here. We'll just call this 1/4 to this point right here when x was equal to 90 degrees. Y was equal to 1/4 of a circle. And then let's just go up a little more. Let's say now let's do 180 degrees. So here we'll make x equal to a 180 degree angle. And so if we have a 180 degree angle, then we're going to go around 1/4, 2/4 of the circle. This is going to be a 180 degree angle, or 2 of the 90 degree angles. And the important thing to notice here is that we just have double the area that we did before. So here, instead of y equaling 1/4, it equals 1/2, or 2/4 we could call it. All right, so then this point 2/4 is equal to y when we're at 180. And so the thing to notice here is that as we increase x, for every small unit that we increase x, y increases by the same amount. So here we went up 90 and we got an extra quarter of the circle. We went up 90 again, we got an extra quarter of the circle. If we keep going up, we'll keep getting a quarter of the circle each time. The amount that we gain of y is always the same per unit x. That means our slope isn't changing. That means we have a straight line, as in the answer A, the correct answer.